Prices are rising, stocks and real estate is falling, and this is a situation not just in Germany but in most of the countries in the world right now. But the German government is still one of the governments which are taking active steps to help their own citizens, unlike many other governments who are not caring about this at all. Day before yesterday, on 25th October, a new post came up on the Bundesregierung, or the German government's website, where they were talking about what is going to be a part of this 3,000 euros packet that they have decided to give out to the citizens, but not from themselves, but via the companies. In this video, I'm going to talk more about this. I'm also going to talk about what kind of consequences it is going to have on your own personal spending. You as a student, Azubi or mini jobber are also able to apply for this, and many other details. It's going to be short and crisp, and let's get started with this. What is the inflation bonus? Companies that want to help out their employees to get through these times of crisis, they are now allowed to give the employees up to 3,000 euros of money completely for free. That means without any kind of social contribution deductions or any kind of tax deductions and so on. That means the money can directly come to you without any kind of brutto netto calculations that we do all the time. That is like you could deduct the income tax, you deduct the social contribution, the health insurance, things like that. None of that will be deducted from these 3,000 euros. And there's a time period for this. That is, it started when the post essentially went up from 26th October, and it is going to go on till 31st December 2024. So if you calculate this is going to be 12 months for next year, 12 months for the year after that, that's 2023, 2024, so 24 months, and 3 months of this year. So in those 27 months, the companies are allowed to give their employees this 3,000 euros once. How can you apply for it? The way this inflation premium has been structured is that the companies are going to have complete freedom if they want to pay this inflation premium or not. And this is a tricky situation because in many scenarios, for example, people who are earning a lot of money in the company, maybe they do not need the same kind of help that the people who are earning lesser money in the company might need. So on the one hand, yes, it is a little bit of positive because then the employer can make a distinction that, okay, these people are already earning enough money and they don't need this kind of support. Whereas the people who are earning a lot less money, they might need some extra support, but there have to be very legitimate reasons behind it. So that's the first thing, that is, you do not essentially have a claim on these 3,000 euros, but still you can always request, citing your personal situation whatsoever. You can always request for that amount, and the company is still eligible to deny that claim if they do not think it fits. It also really helps on the macroeconomic scale because in this situation, the German government is not printing free money. They're not printing free money so that the deficit increases afterwards. They're essentially using the money which has real basis, the money which was made after selling services or selling goods, and they're going for some kind of salary adjustment. So this is much better when you also think about it from countering the inflation standpoint, because it's not about printing free money, whereas it is more about giving more money or distributing more money which has already been made by selling real goods and services. Can students, mini jobbers and Azubis also apply for it? In most of the companies, you always feel like as a Werkstudent or as a mini jobber or something, you are not really an employee, but you are somebody on the outside. But this packet does not make any kind of distinction between like this group, that is like people who are working on part-time basis or Werkstudent basis, versus the people who are working in the company full-time. So even you as a Werkstudent or as a mini jobber are eligible for this payment. Extra regulations. One very important thing that the companies have to do when they are giving you this 3,000 euros money separately is going to be, they cannot make any kind of changes in your current contract. So they cannot say that, all right, you're making 2,500 euros. So from those 2,500 euros, we are now going to put you to 2,000 euros and we are going to give you 500 euros as an inflation bonus. That's not how it can work. And that is going to again trigger all of the tax consequences. So whatever income that you're making, it has to stay the same. And any kind of additional payments that they had already given in the contract, they also have to stay the same. And anything they want to give on top is going to comprise of this inflation premium. This also has to be mentioned in the transfer reason. So for example, whenever you make any kind of bank transfer, there's a field where you have to fill something out. So what is the purpose of this transfer? So there it has to be written that it's a inflation premium or something like that, so that it can be distinguished very easily. That's very important. Different scenarios you can use this money in. Again, if you really calculate this, it's either 3,000 euros once that you will be getting paid, or it is going to be 111 euros per month if you divide 3,000 euros by 27 months, which is going to be the time period in which the government has given the freedom to the companies that, okay, you can pay your employees this amount. The first biggest thing that I can suggest you is that if you haven't made any kind of emergency fund for any kind of extra cost that can come on top of you, you should definitely make it. Any kind of money that you're getting to the side, you should be putting it in some kind of place where you do not have easy access to it, only for those times when you really need it. That's the first scenario. And that is something that you should be doing, you should have been doing for a very long time. Make some amount, some kind of fund ready for yourself where you have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved aside. That's really helpful, because if you want to make any kind of changes in your career or you want to move somewhere else, it's always very beneficial that you're able to just be a little bit more free and you have a little bit more safety that, okay, if I quit my job, I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, and I will be able to have some kind of months for myself where I look for another job. That's the first scenario. That is like, have your emergency fund ready. The second scenario could be that anyways right now all of the stocks are on sale. So if you have some kind of extra money coming in, or if you're already saving money on the side, it's never a bad idea to start some kind of savings plan. You can start a savings plan for very low amounts. Technically, you can start saving in most of the index funds, stocks and so on from €1 per month. So I would say even like 10 euros, 25 euros per month, that is something that you can do. And if you're living in Germany, it's very easy for you, because you can simply open your depot at Scalable Capital and you can start investing directly. I've made many other videos how do you open your depot and stuff, and I'm going to be linking all of those videos in the description of this video, so that you have a step-by-step tutorial on how do you open your depot on Scalable Capital, start investing, things like that. But I definitely believe this is also one of the ways where you can start putting some money on the side, because stocks right now, when they're at such cheap prices, you can still buy them, and when they go up again, you would have made some kind of profits that you would be otherwise spending just going to some random coffee shops, restaurants, things like that. So this is how you can use the additional money that you're getting in with the help of this inflation premium. Like I said, again, if you really need the money, I think it makes complete sense that you put in a request with your company, because this is going to be done on voluntary basis. So companies may decide that, okay, this person doesn't need it or this person needs it. So you can definitely try your luck, send a request to your company and see how they honor it. And you also have to remember that this is going to be on a longer time duration. That is, it can go up to 31st December 2024. So even if the company says, okay, this year it couldn't work out or something, the opportunity still stays open that they might give you this additional help or whatever the next year or the year after that. So this was a quick update from my side regarding the inflation premium of 3,000 euros, which has been just given out on 25th October 2022. If you want to stay up to date regarding more news about Germany and stuff, you can subscribe to the channel and share this video with somebody who doesn't yet know about the inflation premium package, which has just been given out by the German government. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.